This is a readout of the information on 6 steps to handle public meltdowns. Disclaimer: the information is not of ours, and we are not claiming as ours. We simply gathered in the information for parents and provide a readout of the information. These are the useful and relevant information we came across online. We understand that us parents, at times, do not have time to read, but we can listen to audio while driving or cooking. So, this serves as a mean to share with busy parents important information. This is a truncated version of the full article, written by Sam Milam, updated on November 19, 2021. Medically reviewed by Timothy J. Legg, PhD, PsyD. Link to full article reference in description. Before we start, please subscribe and like this video to support our efforts in sharing information to parents, as well as creating learning contents for our autistic children. Thank you so much. What to do during a very loud, very public meltdown. When our child has a meltdown, parents often want to stop the tears because it hurts our hearts that our kids are struggling. Or we're running low on patience and just want peace and quiet. Many times, we're coping with the 5th or 6th meltdown that morning over seemingly simple things like the tag in their shirt being too itchy, their sister talking too loudly, or a change in plans. Autistic children aren't crying, wailing, or flailing to get at us somehow. They're crying because it's what their bodies need to do in that moment to release tension and emotion from feeling overwhelmed with emotions or sensory stimulations. Their brains are wired differently, and so it's how they interact with the world. That's something we have to come to terms with as parents, so we can support them in the best way. So how can we effectively support our children through these often loud and thrashing meltdowns? 1. Be empathetic. Empathy means listening and acknowledging their struggle without judgment. Expressing emotions in a healthy way, whether through tears, wailing, playing, or journaling, is good for all people, even if these emotions feel overwhelming in their magnitude. Our job is to gently guide our kids and give them the tools to express themselves in a way that doesn't hurt their body or others. When we empathize with our kids and validate their experience, they feel heard. Everyone wants to feel heard, especially a person who frequently feels misunderstood and a little out of step with others. 2. Make them feel safe and loved. Sometimes our children are so lost in their emotions that they can't hear us. In these situations, all we need to do is simply sit with or be near them. Many times, we try to talk them down from their panic, but it's often a waste of breath when a child is in the throes of a meltdown. What we can do is let them know that they're safe and loved. We do this by staying as near to them as they're comfortable with. I've lost track of the times that I've witnessed a crying child be told that they can only come out of a secluded space once they stop melting down. This can send the message to the child that they don't deserve to be around the people that love them when they're having a hard time. Obviously, this isn't our intended message to our kids, so we can show them we're there for them by staying close. 3. Eliminate punishments. Punishments can make children feel shame, anxiety, fear, and resentment. An autistic kid can't control their meltdowns, so they shouldn't be punished for them. Instead, they should be allowed the space and freedom to cry loudly with a parent there, letting them know they're supported. 4. Focus on your child, not staring bystanders. Meltdowns for any child can get noisy, but they tend to go to a whole other level of loud when it's an autistic child. These outbursts can feel embarrassing to parents when we're in public and everyone is staring at us. We feel the judgment from some saying, "I'd never let my kid act like that." Or worse, we feel like our deepest fears are validated. People think we're failing at this whole parenting thing. Next time you find yourself in this public display of chaos, ignore the judgmental looks and quiet down that fearful inner voice saying you're not enough. Remember that the person who is struggling and needs your support the most is your child. 5. Break out your sensory toolkit. Keep a few sensory tools or toys in your car or bag. You can offer these to your kid when their mind is overwhelmed. Kids have different favorites, but some common sensory tools include weighted lap pads, noise-canceling headphones, sunglasses, and fidget toys. Don't force these on your child when they're melting down, but if they choose to use them, these products can often help them calm down. 6. Teach them coping strategies once they're calm. There isn't much we can do during a meltdown as far as trying to teach our children coping tools, but when they're in a peaceful and rested frame of mind, we can definitely work on emotional regulation together. My son responds really well to nature walks, practicing yoga daily. His favorite is Cosmic Kids Yoga and deep breathing. These coping strategies will help them calm down, perhaps before a meltdown even when you aren't around. Empathy is at the heart of all of these steps to dealing with an autistic meltdown. When we look at our child's behavior as a form of communication, It helps us view them as struggling instead of being defiant. By focusing on the root cause of their actions, parents will realize that autistic kids might be saying, "My stomach hurts, but I can't understand what my body is telling me. I'm sad because kids won't play with me. I need more stimulation. I need less stimulation. I need to know that I'm safe and that you'll help me through this torrential downpour of emotions because it scares me too." The word defiance can drop from our meltdown vocabulary entirely, replaced by empathy and compassion, and by showing our children compassion, we can more effectively support them through their meltdowns.